Welcome back to another video. My name is Ben from Flow Brackets, and today we've got in the brand new, at the time that we're filming this video, brand new GR RAV4. And everyone's been blowing up my inbox of whether we are making a miniature plinth for this car, and the answer is yes. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to delete this massive oversized mounting block, which most people call an OEM plinth, with our miniaturized and modular version. First thing you're going to do is remove the screws holding on your number plate. It'll look something like this in most states. And then we're going to remove the two screws holding the plinth on. And it's as simple as that. So take out this screw here, this screw here. There's a snap fit tab here, which if you pull this way, it's going to come off. And there's a snap fit tab here, which if you pull this way, it's going to come off, and that's it. OEM plinth removed, as simple as that. This is how the back looks. This is a snap fit tab that goes into there, and this snap fit tab that goes into there, and only two screws holding it on, and the plinth comes off. Now that we've removed the OEM plinth, we can install our miniaturized version. We give you two black stainless steel screws that will go back into the original holes. The OEM plinth is a self-locating part. You can't really stuff it up. The back of it is designed to go into the shape of this grill, and it fits like a glove like that. Then you grab our screws that we provide and go back into the same original hole. No drilling or modification required to install this part. It's as simple as that. Okay, so now that I've shown you how easy it is to remove the factory oversized OEM plinth and replace it with our miniature version, I'm going to show you its modular features. But before we get into that, let me explain a little bit more. Now, this is a two-part mounting solution, so that means that you can't buy the miniature plinth on its own. You have to buy a Flow Brackets number plate bracket to complete the two-part mounting solution. And when I say matching, I mean a bracket that matches the style and size of your number plate. So if you had Euro plates, you grab the Euro premium bracket. JDM plates or import plates, you'd grab the JDM import bracket. Standard plates, standard size bracket. Slimline plates, one of the slimline brackets. Different in every state. Victoria uses SL2, New South Wales probably uses SL1. 3 to 4 character slimline Victorian plates, that'll be the SL4-1 bracket. Signature plates in Victoria, that would use the signature S1 bracket. So with that explanation out of the way, and just to reiterate, you can't buy the miniature plinth on its own, you have to buy it with a number plate bracket. These two parts make one mounting solution, and that enables you to check out and buy this part. With that explanation out of the way, it's time to move on to show you how different number plates are going to look on this system. So now that I've shown you a series of plates and how clean they may look for you, this customer is going to be putting on some very special Heritage 4-digit plates. And for that, he's going to need a 4-digit Heritage long bracket, which is going to go into the car so that we can mount his Heritage plates as cleanly as possible. So now that I've shown you how to do the front, let's address the rear. Now, the rear of the GR RAV4 is going to be similar to almost every JDM vehicle, whether it's a Toyota, a Lexus, a Mitsubishi, a Subaru, they all have this hole here and here, which is 210 millimeters apart from center of the hole to the center of the hole. And most of our brackets now have this vertical slot here on the outside, and that measures 210 millimeters apart. So all you're gonna have to do is grab the bracket that matches the style and size of your number plate. So for example, if you have Victorian slimline plates, then you'd grab this SL2 bracket and we would bolt it to the original factory holes using an M6 bolt, also provided in the kit. Just make sure that you use a spacer on the back of it to step it off the paint to protect your paintwork and also give you that floating look. Now, I'm gonna show you just a few examples. I won't install them all because the theory is exactly the same. If you had a standard plate, then you'd grab a standard bracket, again, utilizing the vertical slots, bolt that on, use spacers at the back to protect the paintwork, and then bolt your number plate on. If you had JDM plates, you'd grab our JDM import plate bracket. Again, bolt using the vertical slots, bolt it to the original holes, and then bolt your number plate on. We have the same feature in our signature plates as well. So there's a vertical slot here and here that aligns with the 210 millimeter measurement. So bolt your signature plate on, then you can clip your signature plate onto the bracket. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. 3 to 4 character slimline plates in Victoria, which is also shared to a very similar footprint to the New South Wales traditional black 3 to 4 character. I think New South Wales traditional black plates are just slightly taller. But what I'm trying to address is that the 210 mil hole already exists in your number plate. And yes, you could probably bolt that straight to your car, but I probably wouldn't. Only because metal plates, they're actually quite sharp on the back. And once you bolt it hard up against the paint, you're actually going to scratch that. So I do recommend getting a bracket. The 3 to 4 character Victorian plate is going to use a JDM riser. So bolt the JDM riser to the car first and then bolt your number plate to the riser. New South Wales traditional black plates will use a TB3-1. So let me show you a slimline plate on this car, which uses the same install theory as every other bracket. So we're gonna grab our bracket and then we're gonna flip it over and make sure that we put our spacers on. Just push through the M6 bolt supplied in the kit. I'm not sure if that's in frame, I hope it is. And then slide on our self-clinching spacer. Self-clinching meaning that it won't fall off because it clinches to the bolt. And then we're going to do the other side as well. Put the bolt through. Hopefully that's in frame. Then slide on the spacer so it won't fall off. Let's flip it over and bolt it to the original factory holes. Now, before I install this bracket, there's a few points that I want to bring up and why it's important to use a bracket. Our bracket actually has a vertical slot for JDM cars, so you can actually raise it up and down. So if you look at the back here, there are actually some moldings in the car that sits proud. We call them bunny ears. So that's why the vertical alignment or vertical slot is this, so that you can actually slide it up so you can hide those bunny ears. Now, if you're wondering why there's still masking tape and foam pads on this car, the customer has requested us to keep it on. But if you were after that really clean look, you would remove the factory applied masking tape and felt bumpers, I think I'd call them. Now, why I'm trying to demonstrate this to you on a slimline bracket is because this is probably one of the most common sizes you're going to find on the back of this car. If you raise it up a little bit to cover the bunny ears, you're going to reveal these dimples on the back of this car. Can you see that in frame? Mm-hmm. Cool. So if we raise it up, you will see those dimples. If you lower it, you could probably cover those dimples. And that's a limitation of running this slimline bracket or slimline plate on this car. If you're worried about covering, or you want to cover everything, the bunny ears as well as the dimples, then I would definitely recommend that you go to a standard size bracket so that you can adjust it exactly where you want and covering both the bunny ears and the dimples. So with that long-winded explanation out of the way, I'm going to lift this bracket slightly up so that we can cover those bunny ears. Tighten it in that position. It might take you a few goes to get it completely straight. And then we can bolt a number plate on. So this is pretty much how a slimline plate is going to look. This slimline plate measures 372 by 100 mil tall, which is common in Victoria, Tasmania, South Australia, Western Australia. I think New South Wales has a slightly taller size. South Australia also has a slightly taller size as well. So just to reiterate, if you were going to run this size of number plate, then you'd probably remove the stuck-on felt and then again adjust it up to cover the bunny ears and make sure that you step it off the paint with the spacers to protect the paintwork and give you the floating look. But for today, this customer is going to be running 4-digit heritage plates. So we're going to swap this out for the customer's plate. And that's how you do a OEM Plinth Delete on a GR RAV4. It's super simple. It's only a couple of screws. There's no modification involved and our part fits like a glove, self-locating, and it screws back to the factory holes. So that means that you don't need to make extras, and it's also modular, which means that you can interchange any number plate bracket that we sell onto it. And if you decide to change to a different number plate later, you can just grab the appropriate bracket to suit. Just remember guys, it is a 2-part mounting solution. That means that you need a number plate bracket that matches the style and size of your number plate with the miniature plinth, which is car specific, and these 2 parts make a 2-part mounting solution. I hope you found this video useful, and thanks for watching.